What's going on, you bunch of heathens? Today we are checking out this is my first foray, I should say, into the BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural series. I have heard nothing but really good things about BuzzFeed Unsolved. Like, really only good things. Maybe a few negative things, but I've only heard, like, yeah, this was actually a fairly entertaining series that they did. And I've wanted to check it out, but anytime I go to, I always just end up not watching it. So I thought, hey, let's finally get around to it and check it out. So, yeah, here we are. 9 years ago. Holy shit, this is a fairly old one, huh? Could be good. Like, I don't know what else to say. Let's jump in. The original video linked down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, let's go.
I'm Ryan, that's Brent. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're covering the real-life Men in Black. Are they real? Are they as charming as their Hollywood counterparts?
You know, watching Men in Black, I never knew it was based on a true story.
Today we find out. The Men in Black are
That's a hell of a fucking start.
Black suits, being expressionless, cold, sinister, and in some cases inhuman. The Men in Black seem
if you are into like the supernatural and like government conspiracy type shit, you had to have heard of these guys. Like, if you haven't, it's fucking strange.
Two kinds of people: those who claim to have seen a UFO and those who research UFOs. They present themselves as part of a secret organization, sometimes even producing a white card with a crest and the word security on it. And in some
Really? I heard the Men in Black thing. I also heard about them for what was the fucking urban legend? It was the weird game that no one could ever fucking find. Like, it would show up in a like an arcade for a small bit, and then these two Men in Black suits would come in and remove it.
Cases, they refer to each other by number rather than name. They threaten and scare people into remaining silent about their UFO encounters and or research. Think of them as the cleaners of the extraterrestrial universe.
How much black do they actually wear? Do they look like the Men in Black that we see in the movies?
We'll get into what they really look like later.
Once they pull apart their skin. And then
What?
Now that you know the basics,
What?
here are, in my opinion, the most terrifying reports of encounters with the Men in Black. The first ever recorded experience with the Men in Black came from Harold Dahl in June 1947.
Damn,
Harold Dahl
old.
was out on his boat in the Puget Sound where he claimed he saw 6 giant donut-shaped objects in the sky. One of the objects fell apart, spilling debris that killed his dog and injured his son. He took photos of the debris, but said they were later fogged over by a man in black who told him not to speak of the incident.
They had
Military testing, maybe, is my first thought.
donuts in 1947? How old are donuts?
What?
You said he saw donut-shaped objects in the sky.
That's what you were thinking of when I was telling you that story? His fucking
Really,
dog
Brett?
died.
Yeah.
Okay,
The next
bro.
incident comes from Robert Richardson in 1967. Robert Richardson reported that he collided with a UFO while driving at night in Toledo, Ohio. On impact, the object vanished. Richardson took home a small lump of metal that he believed was from the UFO. A week later, Richardson said he was visited by 2 men in black suits. He said the 2 men asked for the piece of metal from the site, but when Richardson informed them that he had turned it over for testing, they threatened him. Quote, "If you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, then you'd better get the metal back." End quote.
Damn, that is
Richardson
oh,
never
that's
heard from the men
creepy.
again and still has no idea how they knew about the metal.
Why did he
that's-
go to the police? Why did he search on the internet? What do I do?
I think he may have gone to the police. There is no internet, by the way. It's in 1967. He probably just searched. However people searched back then. I don't know. Fucking
You probably went to like the local university or something like that.
Encyclopedias.
I don't know.
Jinx.
The next encounter happened in
Damn,
New Jersey.
that's fucking-
1968.
Hold up, they're really just fucking glossing over the fact that if you want that they really threaten this. If you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, y'all really fucking glossing over that shit. Oh God, we're in Jersey.
Jack Robinson, a UFO researcher, and his wife Mary were terrorized by a man in black that would stand across the street from their apartment building. They reported their apartment appeared to be rummaged through, and after seeing the strange man for 3 days in a row, their friend Timothy Green Beckley decided to get a closer look and managed to snap a picture.
This is some very like CIA slash. Honestly, this is more like tactics of like the who are they? The KGB Yeah, KGB is Soviet, I think, because now it's FSB, I think. Yeah, this is some fucking like intelligence service shit where your ass is under surveillance. Some creepy shit to make you fucking
This is a rare
paranoid.
instance of a reported MIB caught on camera.
How do we know he's actually dressed in black if it's a black and white picture? Could be a dark navy.
Okay.
These next encounters I'm going to go over are a little more bizarre and offer much stranger implications.
I don't like the picture.
On
I don't like
September
those.
11th, 1976, Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a doctor living in Maine, was studying a UFO incident when he reportedly got a phone call from a man who identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization. The man asked if Dr. Hopkins was alone and if they could review research. Dr. Hopkins agreed.
I don't. You never fucking tell someone you're alone. Nah, bro, I got a couple friends over right now. I'm lying to your ass if you're asking if my ass is alone. Fuck you. I don't fucking trust people. Like, were people really this trusting in the 70s? Y'all had serial killers out the wazoo. Like, nah, fuck that shit. As Roanoke likes to say, stay strapped, get clapped.
And by the time he hung up the phone and turned on the lights outside, Dr. Hopkins claimed the man was somehow already coming up the stairs to his door. Hopkins' description of the man is the most horrifying yet. The man wore a neatly tailored black suit, was bald with no eyebrows or eyelashes, and had smooth, dead white plastic skin like a doll. His lips were ruby red,
that's
and his
creepy.
speech was expressionless and monotone, as if you were hearing a machine.
Question.
Oh God.
He's pale, really tight fake skin, but the thing they choose to make real is the ruby red lips. They put all their technology into making those lips super realistic, but the rest of the man can't speak normal and he looks horrified.
I don't think it's necessarily... Like, I can tell they don't really believe in this, or at least Brett doesn't. I think that there's weird shit going on. I don't think it's necessarily realistic. It's just that the lips themselves were just weirdly fucking ruby red.
His face is skin white. What?
The man
It's
in
just
black
weird shit.
told Hopkins to take out a coin and said, "Watch the coin." After that, Hopkins claims, quote, "It started to develop a silver color instead of copper, and then the silver became bluish, and the penny was getting quite fuzzy, out of focus, blurred, and then it simply was gone. It slowly dematerialized," end quote. After that, Hopkins said the man ordered him to destroy his UFO research.
Encounters like this, if they were real, they would not be this interesting.
If in the off chance this actually happened, how shitty would that be? If you tell a story, no one's gonna believe you first off, and second off, you're gonna look like a crazy person. This next encounter.
Yeah, it's one of the... Honestly, what makes it kind of, like, believable, in my opinion. It's... No one will believe you if you say anything. Because who the fuck is gonna actually believe that? God.
With someone you probably know, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, I know
January
him.
2000,
I was gonna say, the motherfucker looks really...
sold a TV show called Out There to the Sci-Fi Network that would break serious ground on a wide range of topics in the alien media landscape. In the middle of conducting further interviews for the show, Dan stepped outside for a break where he reported seeing a black Ford sedan appear suddenly across the street. Dan reports that one large man in black got out of the car and gave Dan a dirty look. Dan said he looked away for a brief second, and when he turned back, the car was gone. 2 hours after the car disappeared, Dan was given bad news from the producers of the show. Dan said, quote, "We were told we were not to continue taping, and the show was canceled, and none of them would air," end quote.
Why is it not the government? Why is it some weird alien organization coming after them?
If that were to be true, that would mean that the government is in accordance with these aliens already.
So the Men in Black.
Yeah, from what all the theories I heard about it is that these guys actually are, like, aliens who are... So I follow conspiracy things because they're fucking interesting and creepy shit. And from what I know, they are, like, a lot... Like, the government is aligned with them type shit.
I could show up at Obama's desk and be like, "Hey, stop looking for aliens, you pesky human."
No, I think it's more along the lines of the
Best
government
encounter for
knows.
last.
Okay.
On October 14, 2008, near Niagara Falls, hotel manager Shane Sovar, along with a hotel security guard, reported seeing a large triangular UFO outside his hotel. A group called the Aerial Phenomenon Investigations Team looked into the incident. They reported that a couple weeks later, according to 3 other witnesses, 2 unidentified men in black visited the hotel. The men in black terrified the hotel staff and were looking for Shane Sovar and the hotel security guard, who were luckily not there at the time. And when Shane Sovar reviewed the hotel security footage, he discovered that the camera had actually caught 2 men on tape. What we're about to watch is that footage.
No one's gonna die, are they?
No.
Oh yeah, this is the famous fucking thing that's always showing up.
Sovar reported that the witnesses described the men as tall with black suits, black hats,
Yeah, because they look fairly taller than this dude.
identical faces, extremely pale skin, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, and abnormally large eyes. A woman who spoke with the men claimed that she felt that the men knew what she was thinking. Is this video proof that the MIB exist? Or is this video simply an internet hoax?
Can I be 100% honest?
Yeah.
I'm really trying here. They just look like businessmen.
So you just think there's 2 abnormally large?
They were abnormally large.
They look.
Oh look, they look the same. The one pixel, it's so blurry.
Okay, look at this guy right here. The fucking guy
Yeah, look.
standing next to the door.
Okay.
Look at him next to them. Unless he's super tiny.
Are basketball players aliens? Is Kobe? Is your precious Kobe an alien?
No, I mean, he might be, actually.
Yeah, he might be.
Unfortunately, most cases of UFO or alien encounters come in the form of
I still like to
first-person
believe.
accounts, and the MIB are no different. Do they exist? Are they from the government? Are they even human? Ultimately, it comes down to what you believe. Me personally, I believe that while they may not be aliens,
Yeah, it's there may or may not be aliens. I don't know about that, but I do believe they're part of the government.
even I can't believe that. I do believe that there may be a government agency out there that would regulate these sort of things to prevent mass hysteria.
I can buy.
I do, but
buy
I
the fact that
like
the Men
that.
in Black may be a real thing,
Okay.
but I cannot give you the satisfaction that they are covering up aliens.
There are certain things like ghosts or aliens or demons that
Well, no, I'd say if those exist, then that becomes part of the science, and there's an explanation behind those things,
See, this is
and
where
it's logical.
This is where we'll always disagree because not everything can be explained by science or logic, in my opinion.
That's cool. It's 2 differing opinions. I like that.
No. No.
Damn, he wasn't a fan of that.
One day, there's going to be definitive proof, and one of these
One
things
day more.
Ooh, Black Dahlia, I've
There's
seen
going to be
that.
definitive proof of something happening.
Wait, was that Dyatlov Pass? I'm guessing that's Dyatlov Pass. Yep, of course.
There's going to be definitive proof, and one of these
One
things
day more.
There's going to be definitive proof of something happening, and I'm going to be there when that day happens, Brent.
And
I'm
this
gonna
is
be
when we
there.
know the video is over.
No, and I'm gonna be there, and you know, no, yeah, you can walk away like you always do, but one day,
Yeah, walk
it's gonna
away,
happen.
but it's gonna
Trust
happen.
me, sir, I will be there, and I won't even say anything. I'll just smile at you, like this.
All right.
I like that. This is good. This could be a fun little mini series. This could be a fun mini series. This is kind of cool. Damn. The original video will be linked down below. Make sure you guys check it out. This could be a cool little series to check out. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. Don't let the Men in Black get you. See ya.